And we're live. Hello, hello. Welcome back to Raygun Readers.
Wait, who are you again?
Who am I? Who am I? I don't know. Who am I?
I think I have a brain parasite that gave me amnesia.
Someone's been watching Rick and Morty. That we do get on interstellar cable.
What are you talking about? What's Rick and Morty?
Pirate transmissions.
Why is there a Jewish person in a show?
Oh, that looks awful. Why does that look like that? That look like? Ugh. No. Why does that do that?
What did you do?
I still can't live stream worth a damn.
Wait, are people hearing this right now?
Probably.
Oh boy.
This is how good I am at this.
We have one watching.
Yeah, great.
Hello, single person.
What happened? Why is this doing the thing?
What's wrong with it?
It's showing window and window and window and window, and
Oh, who cares?
the live stream, so it doesn't look fucking stupid.
Oh.
Hi, Beth.
Is that who that is?
Yeah. Oh gosh, why is this doing this? Why is this doing this? Oh, I know why. Because I'm stupid. Because I'm really, really stupid.
Whoa, what did you do?
I know. It's okay. I got this. Everything's gonna be fine. Everything is going to be fine. Now it's fine. I swear it's fine. Oh, I'm so bad at this. I'm so bad. Okay. Okay, that should have fixed it. There we go. Now it's not embarrassing.
No, but you're hiding the comments.
Am
Now
I?
you're embarrassing. I can't see.
Okay. In space, no one can hear you live stream.
Oh gosh.
It wouldn't be a live stream without Abysmii fucking something up.
That's your name?
Yes. Now I think you're having amnesia because we moved underground. We moved over the ridge, and then we decided that the razor winds from the mineral sand was far too extreme up there, so we decided to move underground.
Which is not good for... Wait. The spaceship we were fixing.
No, well, that's in dry dock, so it's okay.
Dry dock?
It's in dry dock.
It's not. It's upside down on a ridge.
That's dry. Sand is dry, and it's coarse, and it gets everywhere. Okay? I learned that from a famous Earth human. Has anyone really been as far even as decided to use even go want to do look more like? What? Hey, Stacks, what's up, dude? Okay, so why are we here today? We received a story submission from Letrune, and she sent this kind of rough draft, and I asked if it would be cool to do a blind reading of on the show. So this is going to be a short episode because we have a lot of work to do.
It's a rough draft, too.
It's a rough draft, yes. So we will... it's a rough draft. We will take that into consideration. Lovely. We will... so let's get into this.
I am lovely.
It's not too long. So this is called FTL Jump.
FTO?
Yes.
Faster than otters?
L.
Okay.
Did you think I said O?
Yes!
FTO?
I was very confused for a second.
Faster than the speed of otters. I mean, aren't penguins faster than otters? I don't know. FTL Jump.
Underwater.
It was my first year in the military. The Empire, may it stand forevermore, had been pretty peaceful, but I needed at least 2 years for my curriculum vitae so the social sciences pay off. And on Arcturus 2, I got a cushy job already. Okay, so we have a lot in this very first paragraph. There's a interstellar empire, and they have a military academy.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at Jewish comments.
Jewish Illuminati. Faster than ladders. Oh, I may need to retroactively make
No.
those canon.
No, we're not reading comments while we're reading the story.
Yes,
You guys
we
are
are.
too funny for this. Pay attention to us.
Okay. Okay, so yeah.
Oh,
Second,
yes.
you can take like the next 3 to go short.
Oh.
Any day.
Welcome aboard the ISV Augustus Caesar. Commander Claudius greeted me and patted my back. Haven't seen you since university. How did that turn out? Good, I replied to my old friend. I never want on faster than light travel. Is it safe? I never want. Oh gosh, okay. I think I never went on faster than light travel. Is it safe? Safer than you would think. Come, allow me to show your seat. We fire up in 20 minutes. He led me to a room where, in rows, seats awaited us. I noticed soldiers whom carefully strapped themselves in, and that some tried on the semi-transparent masks that dangled there. What are those for? Hydration. FTL is pretty strainful on the body. Never had any of these trainings?
You ever had FTL stretch
Not on
marks?
these. Oh, whatever.
So yes, Letrune, English is her second language. So I forgot to mention that.
Oh, okay.
But of course, writes and speaks it better than most Americans because that's just how life is. So there will be some typos here and there, but that's to be expected, and that's perfectly fine.
It might be hard to dictate.
But I do think we can piece together pretty easily what she's trying to say here. Okay. Did you just read not on these?
No, go ahead.
Not on these. I'm just a social engineer. I do paperwork. Ah, well, that runs the Pax Imperia, my friend. I got other things to attend to, but I think anyone here can help you, right? Nods, murmurs, and some basic jokes about the new meat.
What's a social engineer?
A social engineer? I think they mean like a civil engineer.
Do they construct relationships?
Yes. They are a walking social media platform.
They ship people.
They ship people on ships. So that runs the Pax Imperia, which is, of course, the kind of like saying the piece of the empire. Pax Americana, Pax Romana, just basically a period of stability and peace when one giant empire is in control. So we're in a period of stability and probably exploration, I'm guessing, hence why they can do FTL in the first place. So this is kind of like historical science fiction is what it's feeling like, and I always appreciate that. It's fun, very kind of like Warhammer 40k, but hopefully less ridiculous. Now where was I? I noticed that there were some other women in this cohort, so I presume Claudius had led me to the auxiliaries. I got to the seat/bed they had and started to strap on. Hey, you know the commander? One asked. Yes, we went to the same university.
We dated way back when. No, I'm kidding. Okay, that's cool, someone said, and it seemed everyone agreed. They talked over each other, saying, he is a great man, and he wins us wars. Then the topic shifted. The guy next to me decided to turn to me again. You're strapped in wrong. Let me help you. We don't wish you arrive empty. What you mean? What you mean? Silence fell on a small orb around me. The guy looked up on me with his gray eyes. Well, FTL is pretty harsh. Yes, like a meat grinder. More like an atomic splitting. Not definitely like a meat grinder. What you mean? I asked again, as the soldier strapped me in. Well, if the guys would shut up. Thank you. So, you know what happens when you try to go faster than light?
Okay. Nothing? Exactly, you can't. So we got to get as fast as the light. Light is made of photons, so they split us up and make us into photons. Okay.
What?
Science time. Can you break the human body down into photons?
What?
This might be going into kind of science fantasy realm, but...
Okay, the reason light goes as fast as light is because it has no mass.
Okay.
So, can you break a person into a massless particle?
Yes.
Is the question I'm hearing.
That is the question. That is the question
And
posed.
to my answer is what?
Well, okay, so clearly impossible, but
Well, it's not-
interesting.
yeah.
How to make something massless.
So you have to break them into light. We're talking like teleporters now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's very similar, but that was more just rearranging mass, I guess, and doing
Well,
it
if you're
little
breaking
bit by
somebody
bit.
into photons, then you're rearranging them.
Well, but is it the same as the traditional understanding of teleportation, where you're just breaking matter down? It still has mass, but you're just reassembling it in a different area. I'm asking seriously because this sounds like just transferring something from one type of particle into another.
They're crossing the realm into teleportation now.
Okay.
If they're breaking, that's what you're asking me.
That's what maybe. I'm just saying, like, teleportation to me sounds like taking mass, keeping it as mass, but breaking it down to very small particles of mass, and then transferring it somewhere else and rearranging it. This sounds like transmuting something from mass into massless photons. That's what it feels like, and it is
transmutation.
Transmutation, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know a better phrase or term to use there, but yeah, you're transmuting something from having mass into something that's massless.
In which case, how does it retain any form?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it does feel very science fantasy-ish, but I kind of like the idea because I don't think that's really been tried. Usually, FTL is just like, all right, let's go to hyperdrive and like just eschews any questions you could have about it. But this one's saying, oh no, we just turn ourselves into photons to go as fast as light, and
which sort of breaks the whole trying to get as fast as light problem.
Yeah,
but so, that's a science fiction magic jump. It's not
sure. It's more science fantasy, and I had a feeling this was going to be a bit of that, but that's totally in bounds for this show.
Keep reading. Okay. I want to hear their explanation for becoming photons.
Okay. So they split us up and make us into photons. Don't feed her lies, Arminius, said another one. Said near.
Never mind.
We just went on a 10-minute tangent. But that was cool, though. Like, that made me think for a second. They just split our atoms and reassemble them on the other end of our destination. So it is teleportation. It is teleportation. Okay. You guys are not techs, right?
Why do they have to be strapped in?
That's a good question. Why do they have to be strapped in?
I mean, it is pretty much meat grinder.
I don't... Good question. Let's read on. You guys are not techs, right? A woman said from somewhere behind me. They open a transuniversal gate here and another on our destination. We don't go as light or so. We essentially hop from this universe to the same one, but elsewhere. Start right there. You were a tech. Shut up, phone.
Yes, but elsewhere. Excuse me.
That was live.
I'm very sorry.
That was live. What are you doing?
Okay, so the question that I'm reading now.
Okay.
You are a tech? No, but my brother is. He's in the next room. Ha! Nepotist. Someone laughed, and the area around me joined in, but they split our atoms? They kind of. It is somewhat more complicated than that, you know? The same woman replied. And is it dangerous? I started to ask, but a high-ranking officer barged in. Move it! We've got 5 minutes! Everyone, secure your masks! We got a new guy here, sir, the soldier on the right said, and the commander walked in my view. He looked for anything on my uniform, then recognized that I must be in the paperwork part as he silently put on the mask on me.
Oh,
I was
you're
shaking
in paperwork.
as he simply walked on. What's a nepotist again?
Nepotism is where you favor hiring your family members or just giving them bones.
Yeah.
Yes. Where'd you leave off?
I was shaking as he simply walked on.
Okay. Wait. What's this entire thing mean? Is it dangerous? Not any more than being dead, he snarked and left me to make sure all is right. What do you mean by that? I shouted, sound muted. The same officer walked in my view after some time, pressing some button. A small glass door closed before me, encapsulating me in the miniature room. I could move my hands in the way, and something slid on my ears.
Is she alone or he alone in this room?
It is a she. I think our protagonist is a she.
So they were
Because
all
she
in
said-
some sort of corridor together, and they just shut all the doors on them.
I guess, I don't know.
That's not well explained.
Yeah,
Work on that.
we do need a little bit of setting of, or maybe we just skipped it over because we're distracted. Led me into a room where in rows seats awaited us. So yeah, it's just some. I think
So
they're like,
how is he in a
I-
in a tiny chamber then?
I
All of a sudden.
Well, I think she's not really in a chamber. There's like closing stuff around her to strap her in. I think.
But they were talking about her being in a miniature tube.
Did they? I thought it was more about a gate. In a miniature room. Yeah, so I think it's like every seat has a bunch of contraptions around it that make it feel like you're being encapsulated.
That could be described better though.
Yeah, it could. So I get that. I think we're sitting in a room, and then they're going to open a gate, and then they're going to go into another gate. They're going to go out another gate.
They're gonna open the Stargate.
Not everything is Stargate.
Okay.
But yeah, we could
But
use...
is the Stargate in this
No.
this story, right?
No.
Oh.
No. Do you see any chevrons? Do you see any dialing? You know, that weird pig noise
I see
that
a lot
happens?
of Marines or military-ist
Mm.
people.
Military-ists people. That's a good one. Yeah, so we could use a little bit of setting, a little bit more description of the surroundings, because
And
this
I
is
think-
kind of high concept.
More than that, there's a lot of people talking over each other. A little bit of work to define people who, like, you know.
See, that's not tripping me up, though.
It's tripping me up a little bit.
I get that she's sitting down and then she's asking questions and people are talking around her and like kind of like making snarky comments and walking by and not answering her questions. I get that. That part's fine with me. Okay. What do you So I could move my hands in a way and something slid on my ears. Automated system online. We got 4 minutes until FTL Jump. The mechanized voice sounded in my ears. It was snipped together from parts when someone said up a long while ago. I felt. Oh, it was snipped together from parts of someone recording a long time ago. So it's an old recording. Currently in the audiobook menu, if wishing to continue, The Principles of Advanced Mathematics by Algarius Mersum. Please press the button under your left index. You can change by the left-hand My mind drifted off. It was not a routine spaceflight. It was FTL, and I knew nothing besides that it is fast and automated.
So she's not going to listen to the safety briefing?
I don't know if it was a safety briefing, as it was just... It was just like, hey, if you want to read an audiobook... top lines.
Okay.
Yeah.
What they said? They split our atoms? Turn us into photons? I wanted to ask the computer voice, but it was a military design, only capable of the menu system under my hands. As in, she didn't understand how to work the controls?
No, as in it's very, it's military, so it's very stripped down and basic.
Okay,
Nothing
so
flashy or
it's not
comfortable.
user-friendly.
No.
What if they are literally splitting our atoms and forget to put something back? Can a living organism survive that? They said empty. Maybe they meant that our brain might be left out. Would the various parts of my body land a step before me when we emerge from the other side? 2 minutes until FTL Jump, the machine said. I poke all the buttons around me, and the machine replied, You had pressed 4 buttons at the same time. Please try again. I tried to find anything and managed to get to the menu. Menu, left, index, music, left, middle, audiobook, left, ring, information, la.
Oh, God. I've worked systems like this before. They're so unintuitive.
Regretfully, information service is unavailable before FTL Jump. 1 minute until FTL Jump.
I'm getting like...
I kind of like the way this is broken up so it sounds robotic.
Me too. I like... So the scene I'm getting here is very... Like, this is your first time flying, except it's a degree bigger because it's FTL. But, like, the first time I flew, I felt a lot of these same emotions of... You know,
am I going to survive? Well, everyone else around me seems to think they will.
And they open up with, in the event of all these horrible catastrophes, make sure to do these things. And you're like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to remember that if we're
Right.
going down in flames. So it's, I like the I like the kind of emotional relation we can, just the scenario relation you can have as a reader here. But it's science fiction because it's FTL. And it's wonderful. And you're like trying to find something to calm you down and you can't because you can't stop thinking about what you're about to do. So I think that's really cool. All right. Where'd you leave off?
Robot voice.
That helps.
This one, right here.
This one?
Yes. I finished that one.
Oh, okay. I was panicking and I tried to press music. Something shook under me as the horns and harp started playing some old tune. 30 seconds. I tried to pound on the padded seat around me. You had pressed 2, but 20 seconds. Pressed 2 buttons at the same time. I leaned back, eyes wide open. 10 seconds. Gave up. Countdown went and I felt my heartbeat slowing down. Then, nothing? I could see out of the glass and see the 3 rows of seats before me, having space only to fit between them. The walls on the other end were wider than usual, shinier. I tried to peek more as the restraints allowed me. The wall was stretched into infinity, and I see this new shining wall come closer. The first row of seats stretched, and I started to panic more, randomly pressing buttons. Only the computer replied the same canned lines. You had pressed 1 button at the same time. Regretfully, information service is unavailable. Top one.
I could not see what happened to the people in the seats or pods or how to call to them, or how to call them. The first row disappeared into the infinite light, and the second started to stretch. I looked elsewhere, but the light got stronger. The pod before me stretched, and I felt how my own starts getting infinite. I saw molecules stretching and shining up, and when I saw my uniform stretching slowly, I gave light all around. Infinity. Not a simple sound, just my thoughts. Is it Elysium? Am I worthy for it?
I'm guessing that's kind of like the Valhalla.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Then you can read unless you want me to continue.
No, I'll read. Where are we at?
Top.
Then, like a veil, the light disappeared, and darkness came for a few moments. I heard smoothing music and some shuffling noise behind me. Well, look here, the new meat slipped it over, the gray-eyed soldier said as I opened my eyes and looked over them. 3 of the soldiers were in my view. The doors were open, and they were laughing like if something funny would have happened. Well, how'd it feel to be dead? One joked, and the other laughed before stopping. Commanding officer on deck. They saluted as Claudius walked in the frame. I felt my body would dangle from the restraints if it would have not been so snug. Well, soldiers, instead of throwing these old jokes out, you should have helped our guest to get better, he said as he removed the mask. How do you feel? Like someone who was chewed up and threw back, I replied, to which someone laughed up before forcing their mouth shut. Claudius smiled. Well, first-time experience is like this. This is why we use a sleeping agent and smoothing music or an audiobook to calm our feelings. Oh, okay. So they were there to basically help. The brain tends to be hyperactive, and even while only a few moments pass, the brain remains active. You can take the last 3.
I was trying to ask something but felt stupid. It was so obvious. I could feel all my muscles aching. I was not dead or sleeping. What did they say? What did they say it is like being dead? I asked as he got me out and walked me down the walkway between the seats. It felt nice to see some other soldiers be as dizzy and cramped as I am, despite they having trained for this. Well, you know, they are soldiers. Humor helps them ease their nerves. They don't like to think that they sit above a 2-gigaton nuclear engine. Gigaton. So, what was the moment that just that the audiobooks were available for a reason?
I think they were supposed to be using them, especially for your first time. Like, it's okay, yeah, and then have this soothing music on and everything just to make the first jump as comfortable as possible.
Well, if they want to make it comfortable, don't put a countdown before it, right?
Perhaps.
Like, don't just tell them, 1, 2, jump! Instead of waiting for 3.
Yeah. Okay, so that was fun. I liked that.
I like how they described the jump itself, because the infinity moment is something that has been described to me about, traveling close to the speed of light and getting past that. Perception of reality is
warped.
Not just warped on its head.
Yeah.
Flat out on its head.
Yeah. Yeah. I like that. That was, this feels like a very nice prologue to a story.
Yeah. Or just like a snippet, a scene.
Yeah, this could be keyhole fiction, or this could be like a prologue, and then this woman's military career kind of continues, and then we have adventures. So I like it. It does need to be cleaned up as far as some grammar and some syntax, but again, we already discussed that. We do need a little bit better description of the setting of the actual room or contraption that they're in. But other than that, this is pretty strong. It was engaging. It was interesting. It provoked some discussion.
When we started to get halfway through and started to get into it, like, you could tell we were
going back and forth.
Our dialogue changed.
Yeah. No, I like this. Good job, Letrune. As usual, if anyone has anything they want to submit, please do. Do we want to read another chapter of something, or do we want to call it here?
Do you have anything available?
We could read more of the Twin Paradox. Or we could save that for, like,
Well, because there's a lot more of that, right?
There's a lot more of that, and we're typically doing that in 3-chapter segments.
Yeah, let's not.
Okay,
yeah.
So we will save that for the next one. Hopefully that one will be on this coming Wednesday. Hopefully we'll do it on time. It's just been very hectic lately.
That was a jab at me.
That was a jab. Oh, yesterday was a jab at you for getting your freaking phone.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Thank you everybody for joining us for this very short live stream. We will be back with...
Do you want to say anything to the author? They're listening.
I just did. I said thank you very much. Please submit more.
Yeah. But you said that's everyone.
Yeah, but also to Letrune. If you have anything else, if you want to expand on this story and do more, we have no problem reading serials. It's perfectly fine. Just trying to be encouraging. I liked it. I really did. When she submitted this to me, I read like the first 2 sentences and went, no, we should read this on the show. Because this could be very fun. And it was very fun. I like it. I like these types of things. So any parting words?
Don't let brain parasites attack you while you're sleeping on an alien planet.